folks. Welcome back to the SF Comic Book Company. Today we got a special episode. First, probably do this for every episode of The Mandalorian this season. We're doing today. We're going to do a little recap of the first season. Then we're going to talk about the next this new episode that came out. So joining me today is Mr. Nip. Nip, how you doing? First time on the show. How you doing?
Not bad. Going light speed ahead. Got my Niner representation going.
Gotta have your representation.
Look like I fucking been up all night.
Because of course you haven't. You got a good 8 hours of sleep, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So did you watch this last night?
I watched it. Yeah, last night.
Yeah. I waited like 12:01. I was on there, man.
Yeah, I watched it a little later before hitting the hay. It was impressive. Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. We'll break down the episode, but first let's I want to hear kind of your thoughts on the first season, man. What are some of your highlights of the first season? What'd you think overall?
First season was dope, straight up. It was like everything you could expect from a Star Wars, from a good Star Wars product. I liked Favreau came with it on everything. Production was great. Directing was great. Visuals were stunning. Audio, the soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah, Ludwig Göransson, I think is his name. He's like a Swedish. Did you watch any of the Disney Gallery?
I did. Yeah, I think I watched the first episode of that, and then I just about it.
Yeah, it's a great thing to watch after the fact. Yeah, the stuff on the soundtrack and the stuff how they filmed it in the volume, the LCD screens that are, I thought they shot most of that outside, and it was like, no, it's a soundstage. Just have this new technology. So
it was sick. I seen the one actually where they were breaking down the Jawa scene, and that was pretty dope. They showed how they filmed it with that big old wall, and crazy little stunts they were doing with the Jawas.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, the director, they had great directors. We had Deborah Chow in there, Taika Waititi, Fumiyara. They had Filoni, who directed this episode, the Chapter 9 episode also. The soundtrack was good. Some of the characters that stood out to me, like Gina Carano's character, man. I thought she was great, man. I just have a new love of her with Gina Carano, man. She was awesome in it. And seeing Carl Weathers come back as making a big comeback, man. It was great to see him.
Never thought you see Apollo Creed.
Yeah. Anytime Apollo shows up in anything, man, it's like, all right, cool. This is gonna be good.
Rock.
So any episodes that stood out, like some of your favorite, like what was your favorite episode of the season?
The one with the battle, with all the Mandos coming together.
Yeah.
That was the different kind of equipment they had, and they were shooting some heavy artillery. What else was good? All of the Baby Yoda scenes, of course. That dude's that little bastard.
The cutest thing in the galaxy, man. Yeah, Baby Yoda. Yeah, Baby Yoda. Go ahead.
He's a scene stealer. He steals every scene.
Yeah, no, Baby Yoda just took over the nation, man. It was just crazy how much love this that one creature just brought everyone together. Like, no matter what you say about the new Star Wars trilogy, it was pretty decisive. But everybody agreed, oh yeah, Mandalorian and Baby Yoda just kind of brought everybody back together.
And that was dope how they didn't nobody knew about it. They kept it on wraps so well, and I was shocked. Everybody, I was watching with my daughters, and they were loving Baby Yoda. Like, oh my God. I was like, oh shit, Yoda, Baby Yoda. You don't say.
Yoda in baby form, yeah. Yeah, definitely they did a good job, because they could have easily spoiled it early on and had all the merch out and ready for it, and people would have been like, oh, we kind of already knew this was coming. But no, it was a good shock. It was a good shock, and a nice being surprised for once, because this culture is so spoiler heavy, man. You get the toys get spoiled stuff and leaks and stuff, so it was kind of nice to actually have a surprise.
That was smart on their part. They kind of did it organically. They knew it was going to blow up, but they didn't want to force feed it ahead of time. Let it just go low, and it worked out beautifully for them. They're making billions on that guy.
Oh yeah, the merch. You can't go anywhere without seeing like like a plush baby Yoda. Baby Yodas everywhere.
But other shows that I liked was I think it was 6 or 7, the one there where they're in jail
Oh, that
with
was
the
good.
Syndulla looking dudes, whatever. What are those? What's that race?
Twi'leks. Yeah, that was with Bill Burr, the comedian Bill Burr was in
That
there.
Bill Burr was hilarious on that
Yeah,
episode.
he was good. Yeah, yeah. I rewatched most of the episodes last night. Yeah, that's a good episode. I did. I like the one when he was with the Jawas, the partying Jawas on top of the rig and
Oh,
going after the egg, the Suga, that was pretty hilarious. The Jawas, just interacting with the Jawas is hilarious. Just yeah, that episode was great. The last episode was amazing. Just like the battle at the end, just kind of, they were all hunkered down and just kind of getting blasted and just find their way out.
Episode 8.
Yeah, the last episode.
Yeah, that was sick. In the fucking stormtrooper assholes, the band, they fucking couldn't shoot for shit. They
Yeah.
all shoot the ground. And when they socked Baby Yoda, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, was it Jason Sudeikis was the one of the voices, and he got like so much like hate like on Twitter and like like fucking people were pissed off. Like, don't fuck with Baby Yoda, man. Don't like you're gonna do anything. Don't fuck with Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was really good. Well, do it like every episode is well directed. It feels like a movie every episode. Like you said, the score is really good. Like yeah, in that last episode, when IG 11's like going through the town just on the speeder and just blasting all the stormtroopers. I was like, damn, that's just good filming right there, filmmaking right there. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Western, a lot of
Good.
Western too.
Yeah, and that's what they kind of said. They instead of like going back and like kind of just having Star Wars in it as an influence, they went back and like what influenced Star Wars. So they went back and like kind of watched all the Kurosawa films, all the old school westerns that kind of inspired Lucas. So that's why a lot of these episodes have like a lot of old school kind of western kind of vibes, samurai film kind of vibes to it, like Lone Wolf and Cub and stuff. So yeah, no, they're definitely doing it right. Yeah, they got some good people behind this. So any other highlights from well, I get that last scene with Moff Gideon when he bust out with the black saber.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that if you know anything about like the Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff, that black saber has a big role to play, and so seeing that on the live and the big screen it was a pretty awesome visual.
Yeah, I watched all of Rebels and Clone Wars, and so yeah, I got the significance immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, he killed one of the Mandalore leaders. You get that?
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, he had to, yeah, because there's a whole story how the fall of Mandalore we haven't really seen yet. So I wonder if that's going to be in a series or a movie or what. But there's definitely going to be more to that story. This is setting up a lot of stuff, not just for the Mandalorian, just for like everything, like for the Star Wars universe. So there's a lot of good stuff to tell in between episode 6 and 7. So I'm glad they're kind of like going through that right now. All right. Anything else you want to talk about from the first season?
First season. No, it was cool to see the hunter robot get turned into the nurse. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, IG-11. Yeah, voiced by Taika Waititi. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was a good turn. I like what was it? Nick Nolte voicing the little Ugnaught was pretty hilarious too. He was a good character.
I have
I have spoken. Yeah, that was good. He was a good character.
That dude was good. He's a good character. You think he's dead? I don't think he's really dead.
He looked pretty damn dead to me, man. I don't know, but they didn't. Did they bury him? I think they buried him too. So I don't know. What's up, say again?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think they buried him. So I think he's dead. Yeah. Don't worry. We can clone him. Don't worry. All right. Okay. I guess one more thing we could talk about is like Baby Yoda clone or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, clone.
Actually, I mean, I don't know if he's a clone because if that doctor dude was like really intrigued by him, right? I think that was episode 1.
Yeah, and he had the cloner like suit on too. So I don't know if that kind of hints towards that. The Camino, he had like a Camino symbol or some shit on it, like from what I read.
So I don't know if he's a clone or they just wanted to clone him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm leaning towards him being the clone because we don't know much about Yoda's speed. Seen anything like him on Tatooine, and she's like, I've seen everything else, but I've never seen anything like him.
Yeah.
On this episode of this season, so I don't second season. So I don't know. It's intriguing. All signs point to him most likely being a clone.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say clone for sure, but I think there's definitely more to the story. There's it's not going to just be simple. He's a clone, but there's more to, how they get Yoda DNA, how they acquired it, and there's definitely more to the backstory. You think? I guess we'll go talk about that more in predictions for the second season. All right, so let's jump to the new chapter, chapter 9, titled "The Marshal." So this is setting up. We open up. He's going to this this planet to meet up with some dude, this alien Gorgorash, voiced by John Leguizamo. I kind of recognized the voice until I saw the credits. Yeah, so John Leguizamo was the voice of the one-eyed alien. Kind of looked like dude from Kroll, the fucking one-eyed monster from Kroll. So yeah, this starts off. Get a little fight action going on. We need to have Iwa break down the fight later. So what'd you think of this opening scene?
Scene was it was good. I liked it. What was good about it was
You froze a little bit.
where
There you
go. The Mando was like he's cold. The way he kills the guy at the end of that scene.
I'm not
Leaves
gonna
him
kill you by my hand.
How much that was cold. And it was good to see the Mando in action early, shooting up all the people trying to attack Baby Yoda. That was cool. It carries over from last season, and the character remains the same. Strong presence and good acting.
Yeah. Yeah, and for acting without seeing the person's face is really hard. So like he does the voice, and they have two other actors do the body movement. So it's kind of a hybrid of all three guys, kind of pulling the performance, and you get to kind of know what Mando's thinking without seeing his face, which is a sign of a good actor, for sure. So yeah, that opening scene was great, and so basically the looks like the MacGuffin for this season is Mando trying to find some other Mandalorians and trying to find out how to find baby Yoda's home. He just the Baby Yoda doesn't have a name. The child, people were like, "Oh, it's not Baby Yoda, it's the child." I call him Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's Baby Yoda. Until they tell me otherwise, it's Baby Yoda. So yeah, we got so he gets on. He finds out there's a Mandalorian on Tatooine. So we go back to Tatooine. I was kind of like, I don't want to go back to Tatooine. We saw Tatooine last season, but he went there for a good reason. So we go to Tatooine. He goes back to Carla from Cheers' little base, and we get to see her. She was kind of annoying last season. I wasn't a fan of her character. She seemed kind of out of place. She was kind of like doing a sketch.
I mean, I get it. She's not great, but I mean, she's cool.
Oh man. So she goes back there. He goes back there, and he drops off, and he's gonna go find this Mandalorian that's supposedly on Tatooine right now. And so when you hear Mandalorian on Tatooine, the first thing you kind of think of is Boba Fett. So Boba. So so we go to the town. It's kind of an old west kind of feel to it. He rides in on the speeder bike. He goes into the bar, and he wants this, looking for a person that looks like him. He's like, yeah, our Marshal. He wears something like you. So he walks in. Right away, it's not Boba Fett because it looks like a kid putting on his parents' Halloween costume. It's very misplaced. So you kind of know. And I've heard kind of rumors about this, like Timothy Oliphant was going to have some Mandalorian armor. So this was kind of spoiled for me. So Timothy Oliphant shows up. He's the marshal of this town. He has the Mando armor. He takes off the helmet. It's obviously not Boba Fett. and so it looks like Mando's ready to take him out. And the Mandalorians are very, very particular about who has their armor and who wears their armor. So the first, Mando's first instinct is to, hey, I need that armor. You gotta give it back. So they kind of work out a deal. There's what was it, the creature called the Crate Dragon. The Crate Dragon has been attacking this town. So if you don't know, if you know Star Wars, the Crate Dragon has been kind of in the lore for a long time. You can see a skeleton of one in A New Hope. Also in A New Hope, when it's also they do a callback to when Obi-Wan scared off the Sand People. He did this noise. It was a crate dragon, so it's the same noise that the crate dragon was making. So it's kind of a nice little callback. So yeah. So it's so they make a deal. They're gonna go. Team up and try to take out this crate dragon because it's been harassing their town, and it's a huge. You get a little taste of it. You got a little Tremors vibe, a little Jaws vibe in this episode. So what do you think of this setup? This setup with Timothy Oliphant and Mando.
I mean, it was cool. Like you said, it was kind of easy to see it early that it wasn't Boba. You know, it was a good little 1 second trickery. My subtitles came on too and immediately said that it wasn't him when he was talking. So I was like, but it was a good little setup, and that actor's pretty cool. I've seen him in I think he was in Punisher. He plays Jigsaw in the Netflix Punisher.
Oh, does he? Okay, I gotta check him out. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. He's in a lot of shit, man. He was in Scream 2. He's in Justified. He's in the new Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, he's a great actor, man. He shows up.
I pull it up, but I'm pretty sure it's.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's always good actor. He shows up on stuff. He's always really good. So yeah, they set this up. So they go into the desert and to try to figure out how to kill this thing, and they meet up with some Tusken Raiders, some Sand folk.
Tusken Raiders.
So they this is the first time they've ever like kind of almost like humanized the Sand folk. Like it kind of like, they always show them as like these barbaric, soulless creatures, but this is like they're actually like sitting down shooting the shit with them and having drinks with them. So yeah, this is the most casual Sand people meeting I've ever seen, really. So yeah, what do you think of the Sand people kind of being like, being human? It kind of reflects like how people how people like look down on different races and stuff, and they might think other races savage, but when you look at it, it's just, they have their ways. So what'd you think of that, the Sand people kind of being normalized, kind of seeing another side of the Sand folk?
Yeah, I thought it was cool as well, to see them in a different light. Like you said, they've been portrayed as brain dead animals, and it was good to get a different take on that. And like you said, with race exposure, all those walls get broken down, and I thought that was good. A good message, in there, and it was good to see on screen. It was funny.
Yeah,
it was cool. Yeah. Good little view on him.
Yeah, it's a different take. Yeah, because you've seen him, Anakin destroy half the village and like
chopping those things down.
Yeah. Even the younglings. Yeah, so it's cool to see them like in their like they're savages or barbarians and stuff, but they're they have their honor and they have their way. So it was definitely
what they look like underneath, though, right? Underneath
the
helmet.
They've never showed them. No, I don't think so. There's been like fan kind of like interpretations or like maybe some concepts out there, but they've never actually showed what they look like.
That'd be dope to see that. Maybe they could pull it off this season.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe we might see them. Yeah, I wonder if they just look like normal people, just like they just have all this, just normal folk.
Wasn't it like that on the Robot Chicken? They had some Tusken Raider like stuff on there where they're like talking normal or some shit, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, some shit like that. Oh man. All right. Go ahead.
No. Just fucking.
All right, so they make a deal with the Sand folk, and they're gonna team up with the people of the village, and kind of reluctantly team up with them because they've been the Tusken Raiders have been raiding their village and taking their supplies and all that, and they've killed a bunch of their sand people too. So it's been a back and forth battle. So the town reluctantly is like, all right, we got to do this. We got to team up to defeat this Krayt dragon because it's terrorizing both our lives. And they make a deal where it's okay, well, help us kill this thing, and we'll leave you alone if you leave us alone. So you don't start none, won't be none. So that's basically how you should live life. So they go. I love the setup. They get all the supplies. You know, the standard setup for it almost had like a Jaws kind of feel, like when they're doing the tanks and getting ready to go after this thing. Definitely a lot of Jaws vibes in this episode. So they get to the and not a lot of Baby Yoda in this episode too. It's kind of like he was.
Yeah, they didn't. It was kind of good, branch out without Baby Yoda because he's gonna get a lot of screen time.
Yeah. He had some great little impressions, like great reactions to stuff. So yeah, that's all you need right now.
He's a scene stealer. They had to keep him off the screen for a while.
Yeah, yeah, and like people expected, like you dole them out. You don't want to overexpose them, but it's good. It's a good way to do it. So they band together. They get to the crate, and they kind of try to. Their plan is to kind of lure him out and kind of blow him up from the underside. His belly, I guess, is the most vulnerable. So it kind of goes away. So what do you think of the initial plan for them trying to take down the crate?
Yeah, that was good. It was pretty well thought out. Go for his his biggest vulnerability, and it was good to see them with the jetpacks in action again.
Yeah.
Because you seen him, he got it in end of episode 8, so
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
And you seen it when he attacked Moff Gideon, but that was real quick, so it was good to see it again.
Yeah.
And use.
Yeah, that was cool. Definitely, like seeing both of them flying and like attacking the dragon was pretty badass. Like the dragon, I like the dragon design too. I thought it was pretty cool to actually see it on screen. It was like a little
bearded dragon kind of look like.
Yeah, like a stretched out Godzilla. Yeah, no, it was. I did like the look of it. Yeah, that fight scene. And it went. Did it go widescreen for you? Like, did it go IMAX for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They it looked like a fucking film. It looked like some $200 million movie. This is not looking like a TV show at all.
Yeah, their visuals on this show are just, they're remarkable. They're much better than any streaming show out there, any TV show. Only thing I could say that would compare probably would be Game of Thrones, visually.
Yeah,
but
spending some money on this show.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
it's good to see the 4K on there, and it's clean on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looked fucking super good. Yeah, it was. That fight scene was epic though. That was great. Like how he took him down, kind of like, it's kind of like I kind of knew that was going to happen once they loaded that that Banta up. But when they took him out, like he goes, he gets eaten. And he just blasts his way out of there, and you just see the creature explode. That was a beautiful shot. Just the bird's eye shot, and just the creature just exploding that was amazing. I liked how he was like shooting like stomach acid at him too at one point. That was pretty fucking. Yeah, that was pretty gruesome, man. Yeah, the visual of this episode was insane. So yeah, that was a great fight scene. So they win. They beat the creature. Mando. Oliphant lives up to his deal. He made a deal that he'll give him the armor if they help him defeat. So he lived up to his end of the bargain. He gives him the Boba Fett armor, and kind of sends him on his way. You see Mr. Mando speed away, and in the cliffhanger of the episode, you see a gentleman in a cape and a robe, whatever, and he turns around. It's Tamara Morrison. The man who played Jango Fett and the clones in the Clone War and the prequels. So you can also say that this could be another one of the clones, but has to be Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett is going to be like one of the MacGuffins of the season. So what do you think of that reveal at the end?
That was pretty cool. I didn't see that one coming. They kind of placed it at the end. Well placed timing on that. And yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the setup for it, so that was cool. Kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, I'm pretty sure it's Boba. I don't think it would be just some random clone.
I think I think the clones would be older too at this point. Like Rex and stuff are he's a little older looking too. Like Boba he's like ages in like regular time. So we're pretty sure this is Boba. And look, I remember, if you remember last season, when was that, probably the worst episode was the Hey Mando, that episode when they went back to Tatooine. That episode that was kind of all over the place. Still a good episode, but not as good as the other ones. But there at the end of that episode, you see a figure with some boots and like a cape show up at the end. So I think that was they kind of set up Boba in that respect. So how do you you think we're going to see a flashback how he got out of the Sarlacc pit, or you think he's just you think we're going to see that scene?
I think they will probably show something. It might be a quick little flash. I don't think it would be like a detailed one, but I could see a quick, maybe 10-second flashback or something where they're just flashing here and there. But like, I don't know. I don't know if they want to do that though, because you're gonna get fans bitching about how he got out or something.
Yeah,
If you leave it kind of vague,
yeah,
then you don't have to worry about the backlash and
yeah.
complaining.
Well, yeah, Star Wars, people are going to complain no matter what.
No doubt.
So, like in some of the non-canon like comics and books and stuff, they kind of explain how he kind of like got burst out of he like tricks the creature into like biting his jetpack and gets blown out of there, and he like loses a leg and shit like that. So it's been explained a couple times like how it could happen. So I don't know if they're going to actually. I would probably say it would probably be safe to assume if he becomes more of a character with Mando. I think they'll definitely have like more flashbacks. It's kind of jarring seeing flashbacks in Star Wars. Is that when they, yeah, it's kind of it's like, wow, if you don't really not used to seeing that in the Star Wars. So yeah, I think we'll probably see it at some point.
I didn't like it in what the hell, episode 8.
No, Last Jedi.
I don't refer to it by that name. I don't.
Yeah, we try to ban Last Jedi talk on this channel because there's nothing positive to say about it.
Those flashbacks were terrible too. It was like, come on, dude. Like, we can't even get started because
yeah, let's talk positive. Let's talk some positive again, Mando. Let's keep positive. The one thing, yeah, the prequels. I'm a prequelist. I think you are to an extent too. I appreciate the prequels for what they are. I think we've quoted prequels more than
good.
Episode 3 is good. There's some good stuff. Actually, episode 1 is not that bad. It definitely has its moments. I think episode 2 is probably the worst one, really.
Yeah, and it was weird because when it first came out, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But going back, just rewatching them now, it's definitely not what I thought it was, and some of the acting in there is pretty bad.
Yeah, the acting and casting are not good. Yeah.
Remember where they switched it where when she fell, she got up like a fast. That was
that was definitely jarring. Yeah, but there's like some fun fights and there's some cool like moments in there, like the Django versus Obi-Wan, and like some of the battles were pretty cool. There's some like say what you, but I still I'm a prequelist. I like a lot of the prequels, and we got the Clone Wars and stuff out of it. So we got some good stuff out of that.
I liked
go ahead.
I liked Force Awakens. I thought they set it up beautifully. A lot of people complaining it's too similar to episode 4, but I mean, I thought Abrams set him up with the alley-oop pass, and he decided to take it out and shoot it 3 and airball it.
Yeah, he kind of wanted he made the end of a trilogy for the second movie, so it kind of just didn't make any sense. Yeah, like the Canto Bite stuff. Like, yeah, like I said, we can like complain about Last Jedi.
We can have a Womack. We can have a Last Jedi episode because that guy, that episode.
Yeah, no, I feel it, man. He shares my opinions. Yeah, it's very joy. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch for sure.
Set it up.
No holds barred. All right, so overall, your thoughts on chapter 9?
Overall, I thought it was a good episode. I don't think it was great because not that much happened in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll give it a solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8.
I was thinking when I was first watching it, this feels like a mid-season episode. This doesn't feel like a start of a season episode. Like this would have worked. It felt like uh, just like this could have been episode 3 or something, uh, chapter 3, whatever. But that last like 20 minutes saved it for me. That battle was fucking epic. So yeah, I'll definitely go like 8.5 on that one for this episode. Yeah, it definitely was slow. It was like almost an hour this episode too. It was like a very
Yeah,
slow burn in the beginning.
54 minutes, I believe. 54.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, damn, I wonder if that's going to be the rest of the season. Are they going to, I like kind of how they just do what they need to do. They don't have to like, oh, we need to have it a half hour. We need to have it this. Just with this streaming, just make it whatever the hell you want. So whatever story you need to tell it. Yeah, overall, I thought it was good episode. Like I said, it felt like a mid-season episode, but it was cool to see these characters again. But that last battle was epic. I kind of want to just rewatch that last 20 minutes again because it was so epic.
I'm definitely gonna watch the whole thing again just
Yeah.
because. Why not? We're in COVID times. You got shit to do.
So. Yeah, just rewatch it 20 times. So what do you think of let's go to predictions, man. What do you think is going to happen this season, man? So we've had some spoilers already. Well, not spoilers, but
I haven't heard any of them. Let's hear some of them. Not any like major ones. But
yeah, but we've heard Sasha Banks is going to be in there. She's apparently playing a Jedi, so she's going to have a big role. There's rumors of her maybe being an Inquisitor. There's we still have to see Ahsoka has been cast, Rosario Dawson, so she's going to show up at
that. Ahsoka, I think she's perfect. A lot of people were complaining that they wanted Ashley to do it. She's a voice actress. Ahsoka looks a lot like, she has the similar features of Rosario Dawson.
Oh yeah,
so Rosario Dawson, I mean, I think she's a perfect cast for that. So I'm eager to see that.
Yeah, I think it's great casting.
Ahsoka's character grew over the years. She sucked like in the beginning, but
Snips. Snips. Yeah, it was horrible. That first Clone Wars movie was fucking hard. I hated that shit. Like it turned me off of the Clone Wars for a long time. I wouldn't.
Dooku. Zero the hell.
Sky guy.
Dooku.
Dooku. Yeah, that was a horrible. Like the Clone Wars is awesome. It's a great show, and they would have picked any other 3 episodes to like combine and make a movie to show people. It would have been way better. But they chose like the worst fucking episodes to show off. All right. So what else? What do you think? What else you think we're gonna see this season? We got to see Boba Fett and Mando team up at some point, right? You think they're gonna be friendly, or do you think they're gonna be enemies? Like, what do you think it's gonna? How do you think that relationship's gonna pan out?
Well, I think it would probably be friendly because we've already seen Boba as a bad guy, so I think they're gonna try to spin it towards him being not a good guy, but like a reluctant hero type of dude.
Yeah. Well, he's a merc, so he's a for hire. He's seen his dad, get his head chopped off by Samuel L. Jackson. So he had a rough childhood.
Your dad get chopped up by a purple lightsaber.
Oh man. So we got some we got more directors coming in too. I think Robert Rodriguez is doing an episode. I think a couple of the other directors from the first season's coming back too. So I'm very curious to see what those episodes are going to be. I don't know. Any other predictions for this season?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to reveal as much about Baby Yoda. They're probably going to keep stringing that along. You'll probably get some hints.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll come outright and say this is where he's from, or anything like that.
Yeah, I think you go get some like a little hints of what's it all about, because I think they made season 3 official already too. So yeah, I think they're gonna kind of spread it out as much as you can. But I wouldn't be surprised if you like at the end of the season you see like him finding the planet of Yodas and shit, and it's like unless Yoda's like one of the last of the species, and that's why they want to clone him so much. So it's definitely definitely a lot they can delve into.
And there was that theory that I didn't like the theory, but it was that the Force created Baby Yoda at the same time as Anakin, because it seemed like Anakin would become evil. It doesn't really add up.
Like the balance to balance out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor. Yeah. Yeah. It's, the Force. You could explain a lot of things away with the Force. Oh, the Force did it.
But I wonder how he's gonna end up or where they're gonna go with him, because like, he doesn't end up in any of the last trilogy. So
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? Like that's intriguing to me, how they're gonna like separate the this from that.
And unless they have him part of like whatever next trilogy is going to be, like they have it set in a little more future and have him like one of the Jedi. Maybe Rey helps train him and shit. And I don't know. You could do a lot of different things.
Do you think we see Sabine Maul at any point in this season?
I think so. I think Sabine's going to show up at some point.
What's her last name? Is it Maul? That's not Maul. Sabine.
Ren.
Ran there, Maul.
Yeah, that's a whole different movie. I think we're going to see some more Mandalorian stuff. What's the princess? The Princess of Mandalore? What's her name? She's probably going to show up. I think they did cast her.
I forget her name, but yeah.
Yeah, I think she's going to show up at some point. I know there's a lot of potential for this season. I'm pretty damn excited, and it's cool because a bunch of shows just ended, so now we get the Mandalorian to look forward to every week, something to look forward to.
Do you want to see it like tie in more to the main ones at all, or are you good with it just being like its own entity? I'm kind of good with it being its own entity.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. I like how they kind of bring everything together. Like I like how they bring a little stuff from Rebels, a little stuff from Clone Wars, a little stuff from like the new trilogy, the old trilogy, the prequels. They kind of like combine like all like kind of grabbing little hints from everything. So you feel like it's in the universe. But I don't need to see Luke in here. I don't need to see
exactly.
I don't need to see Han show up or Chewbacca, any of those characters. I like we can go to the worlds, but we don't need to see those we have the trilogies and stuff to see those characters. So
but what about Ezra? That'd be tight. They did a little Ezra. They could do Ezra because nobody knows what happened to him. So
yeah, and this is what 7 years after Rebels.
I think something like that.
Yeah,
so
6 years after Return, right? Well, no, more than that. It'd probably be 9 years after Rebels ended, because Rebels was during New Hope time, and then Return of Jedi is 3 years later, and then this is 6 years after Return of Jedi. So like 8-9 years maybe after. So you
Thrawn
can
and
cast them.
were both alive, right?
What's up?
End of Thrawn and Ezra were both alive.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah. Spoilers for Rebels, but yeah, the Thrawn is still alive. They went to the Outer Rim, so yeah, they're definitely still alive. I wonder if they're going to do a spin-off of that, like kind of. That's what was kind of my first thoughts for Ahsoka. Like she's going to team up with Sabine and go try to like the hunt for Ezra, like trying to look for Ezra, and brings Thrawn back too. So that'd be good. They need a good main villain. I do like Moff Gideon has a villain, but I think they need some more good villains to come in.
Yeah, and we see him in The Boys as well. Giancarlo
Esposito.
Esposito.
Yeah, he's a cool motherfucker, man.
On guy, but he's good.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, it's cool. He looks badass with the armor and stuff too. He looks.
Kind of reminds me of him, like monotone type.
Poor Womack. All right. All right. This was a good discussion. Any final thoughts about the Mando Chapter 9?
I'm just excited about the series in general. It's good to have it back. I wish they would do the Boys type thing where they do like 3 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
That would be a little bit better than this one at a time. I get what they're doing. They don't want to lose the viewership. They want to string it out, get the water.
Spread them out.
Yeah. But, I mean, why not do 3? I mean, you could do – how many do you know how many episodes this season's supposed to be?
I think it's 8 again. I think it's the same thing, 8.
Like 10. Well, if they're going to be long like this, I'm fine with it. But
yeah, at least they start off with almost an hour episode. So if you're going to start off, at least we get an hour of content.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Reddit this week, looking around, seeing what those assholes. But like you said, there's too many damn spoilers in those threads. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, that's why I try to avoid them as much as I can. But Star Wars is a dangerous.
Scroll slowly, like oh fuck.
Too much. All right. This is awesome. We're gonna try to do this every week for the Mandalorian. Every Friday, try to get it out at some point. So yeah, look for this every week, Friday about 11 o'clock. So Nip, where can people find you? And why don't you talk about your podcast you guys got going over there?
We got a podcast going. It's just a couple of assholes being assholes, cussing, talking about sports, talking shit to each other. Pretty much our group chat gone live. But no, we got some good insight going. We got one of my buddies is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he breaks down the fights really good. I do most of the football. We do football. Football is the biggest thing I think on there right now. We do some NBA, but we talk like some movie stuff here and there. Nothing major yet, but we're gonna start. We want to start breaking down some of the shows. Get you on there as a guest for the show breakdowns, because we have a good vibe with all five of us going. All four.
Murderers Row.
You can find us on. We have an IG page, Gold Dirty Bastards Podcast. That's the IG page, as well as the YouTube, and you can find us on Anchor as well. Gold Dirty Bastards Podcast.
Cool. I'll throw a link in the YouTube description. Yeah, I was on episode 3 a few days ago, so that was a fun time. Yeah, I definitely want to come back on. All right, cool. Yeah, so come check us out on here, the SF Company. If we have a weekly show, the SF Company Hour. Usually every Tuesdays, we're going to do a 50th episode special probably next Friday, since we don't want to do one on the election, because we're either going to be partying or drinking sad or drinking happy. Well, either way, we're gonna get bent. So yeah, look out for that. We do unboxings and some reviews and stuff. So yeah, look out for this show every week, every Friday, hopefully. Cool. All right.
Is Ricky on here or what?
What's up?
Are we gonna get Ricky Rusterio on for an episode?
Yeah, it depends on the timing. Yeah, it's all about timing. Like, yeah, kind of want to get these out on Friday, since early Friday, since that's how the thing works. The earlier the better for these kind of things. Because people, first thing people do, wake up in the morning. That's what I do. Like, I look up for, like, once I watch a show, I want to see the spoiler reviews and like kind of the breakdowns and stuff. So we'll see what else scheduling. Maybe on certain episodes we'll get like some more folks in here. It just works. See what works for folks. Definitely want to get some more input and more opinions on this. But yeah, this was a good first good first outing.
I got a lot of rooster jokes I want to get off. So
you've been holding them back. Got a big ass file ready to go.
What a Mandalorian breakdown, right?
We're gonna have to do a lot of editing.
It's a trap.
All right, cool. All right, well, all right, you folks have a good day, and this was fun. We'll see you guys next week. All right.
Peace out. Peace out.
Peace.
Late.